Cajun Charles here. I got some golf stories and golf thoughts, I'm going to share with y'all. And if you haven't ever subscribed, please subscribe. Become one of my friends. Hit the like button. Share it with your friends. Get my number of subscribers up there so I can be somebody. Anyway, merci beaucoup. Hello, friends. Cajun Charles here with one of my golf stories that I'm going to tell you about. I told y'all I had become a member there at Lake Charles Country Club there in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And at some point in time, they had this group. I don't know if they still got it or not, but back then in the 80s, there was this group called the Mafia. You had the big Mafia and you had the little Mafia. The big Mafia was most of the guys that were young like me up to, 50, 60 years old. And then you had the old Mafia, the little Mafia, which were the older guys. But anyway, they had a game every day, 12 o'clock. If you showed up, you played. And they had what they call a Nassau, a bet. $2 on the front nine, $2 on the back nine, and $4 on 18 with some automatic presses. And I'll tell you all about that later on, another story. But anyway, and you play with your handicaps. The better players got to give people strokes on certain holes. And anyway, so I'm playing with these guys sometime. And again, I'm still kind of new at the game. And I'm playing with this guy, and this guy's like one of the guys there, he's about a 16, 18 handicap, something like that. That means he shoots around 90. But I noticed that every time he had a putt him of 3, 4, 5 feet, and he needed to make it so his team would either win the hole or not lose, he'd make it. Every time. But then on other holes, if his partner had already made a par or whatever to win the hole, maybe even made a birdie, he'd miss. He didn't make that. The hole before he made that putt, that hole, next hole, he missed. So the guy I'm playing with, and we're playing, we're riding in the golf cart. I looked at him and I said, I don't understand something. He said, what's that? He said, Ralph. I said, Ralph, him. Every time there's a putt that he needs to make, he makes it. But then on holes that his partner is going to win the hole, because only one score counted, he don't make it. How does he do that? And he looked at me and he said, Charles, when you play golf with us, never make a putt you don't have to make to keep your handicap higher. The light bulb went off in my head. Never make a putt you don't have to. That was one of the first words of golf advice that I got 40-something years ago. Au revoir, bonsoir.